Good day, everyone. My research title is all about sustaining food security and health through indigenous knowledge, a study on traditional plant-based practices in Rizal, Zamboanga del Norte. Indigenous knowledge systems and practices have long been integral to the survival and well-being of many communities worldwide, particularly in rural and indigenous societies. These traditional knowledge systems encompass a wealth of environmental, agricultural, and medicinal wisdom that has been accumulated through generations of interaction with nature. In the face of rapid modernization and climate change, however, much of this knowledge is at risk of being lost. Recognizing the importance of IPSP is not just about preserving cultural heritage, it is about sustaining effective and time-tested solutions for food security, healthcare, and environmental adaptation. Many local households rely on indigenous plants for food, traditional medicine, and environmental conservation efforts. Significance of the study. The findings of this study will be significant in various ways. Number one, for local communities. The study will provide documentation of traditional plant knowledge which can serve as a resource for future generations. Number two, for policymakers. The finding can inform policies on sustainable agriculture and indigenous knowledge conservation. Number three, for educators and researchers. The study will contribute the growing body of literature on indigenous knowledge systems, food security, and climate adaptation. Number four, for environmental conservationists. Understanding how indigenous knowledge contributes to sustainability efforts can help in developing climate resilience strategies. So here is a research problem. This study seeks to investigate the role of indigenous knowledge in food security, medicinal plant use, and climate adaptation in Rizal, Zamboanga del Norte. Especially, it aims to answer the following questions. Number one, what are the commonly used indigenous plants for food and medicinal purposes in the community? Number two, how are these plants prepared and utilized in daily life? How does climate change affect the ability of these plants? Number three, what strategies do the community members employ to adapt to climate variability and ensure food security? Number four, how is traditional ecological knowledge transmitted from the generation to another? Number five, what challenges are faced in preserving indigenous knowledge and what strategies can be implemented to address them? Number six, how does climate change affect the availability of plants? Number seven, what strategies do the community members employ to adapt to climate variability and ensure food security? Number eight, how the traditional ecological knowledge transmitted from one generation to another? Number nine, what challenges are faced in preserving indigenous knowledge and what strategies can be implemented to address them? So, here is the theoretical framework and the research objectives. Methodology: qualitative data collected through interview. Category: demographic and personal information, knowledge of traditional plants and use of plants for food, knowledge of traditional plants and their use of medicine, observation climate change, cultural and ritual practices and plant usage, adaptation to climate change. And the details is age 64, gender female, location of West Poblacion of Rizal, Zamboanga del Norte, occupation DSWD, years in the community 50 more years, common plants kamunggay, alagbati, and gabi, and dilibon o gabon for cough and illness of the body. Plants dying due to the weather, traditional harvesting without damage to plants base, preservation of traditional practices and methods. So here is the major findings, discussion and analysis. This research will provide valuable insights into the cultural practices related to plant use for food and medicine in Rizal, Zamboanga del Norte, while addressing the critical issue of climate change. It will also empower the community by preserving their knowledge and helping them adapt to the challenges posed by environmental changes. The study will highlight the important role that social workers can play in facilitating this process and ensuring the community's resilience in the face of environmental shifts. Thank you, ma'am, and once again, good day.